Yo, welcome to the New Normal Podcast. I want to tell everybody thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all made y'all way in the door, make sure y'all like the video, make sure you share the video, and make sure you subscribe to the New Normal Podcast. We're on all social media platforms, and today we have a good one for you. I don't know if y'all been seeing the news, but we're going to talk about the mass shooting that happened in Montgomery. We're going to be talking about Kyron Lacey. We're going to be talking about the mother of four who killed all four of her children. And we're just gonna be talking about a bunch of stuff today that's crazy, off the wall, kind of I guess kind of going to gun control and other little stuff like that. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm back. It's homecoming week. Shout out to my Bulldogs and them homecoming. We there. Hunts Vegas. It's finna be crazy.
Oh yeah, I was down there this weekend in Montgomery at Alabama State's homecoming. They beat Bethune-Cookman. It was a good time, chill time, good vibe.
They State got a 5 team though.
Seems like they got a decent team this year.
Bodie,
huh?
I think that's the quarterback. Bodie.
So I don't know. I just hear what people saying. I'm not a big sports guy.
Yeah.
I don't watch the Roman Coliseum.
Yeah. We get into
that. So I know they keep people like that, keep people watching to keep them, lull them to sleep so they won't pay attention to what's really going on. But we've been talking about a lot of stuff that we just see in the media, especially when it comes to Israel. That's all I've been seeing on my timeline, all different podcasts. I even seen Theo Von talking about Israel. He's supposed to be the comedian guy. You know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that they got him on Israel too, talking against him. So to me, that's crazy. So, like I said, did you see that video of that lady that got shot with a t-shirt?
Oh yeah, I did. See
Man,
yeah. Point blank range too.
I couldn't believe that. Hold on, y'all. If y'all ain't seen it, I had to put it out here. So I'm gonna play this video of this lady getting shot.
Point blank.
Ready?
Fire it.
Here we go.
Oh,
Ha!
Lord have mercy.
Okay. She fell. Ha ha.
Ruby, you all right?
Get her up. Get her up. She laughing.
You sent me that? Or
Nah,
I think somebody else sent me that.
My wife had sent it to me yesterday. I said, "Who in their right mind?"
Yeah.
Thought it was a good idea to shoot this old ass lady with this shirt, even if it is a shirt coming out that damn cannon. Man,
that boy got some velocity on that boy.
That shit be weak as hell. What you would have done? If shot your grandma?
I'm gonna look like, why are you sitting there?
What
you
you mean?
Gonna let them shoot you? Because obviously they
So
set up.
They asked for it.
But it's the I don't know if that's their daughter or whoever. They set it up. Look like they egging it on. Like,
right?
Like what y'all doing?
What if your grandma said, "Hey, shoot me with that"?
Nah, don't listen to her.
She gonna say, "Nah, don't listen to her."
I'm gonna kick your ass in a minute. But you gonna shoot my grandma with this shirt out this cannon for?
They shoot your grandma. They shoot your grandma. What you gonna do? You gonna fight them?
It depends.
What it depend, dog?
Depends on how I'm feeling, man.
Man, that shit had me weak as hell. Who the fuck just think, yeah, I'm gonna shoot this old ass lady with this motherfucking cannon?
If I'm chilling, I'm like, man, grandma, you all right? Nah, she all right. No, all right.
What if she got like a broke wrist?
If it's injury, all right.
You gotta kick some ass.
Because now I'm gotta ask you, why would you do that? Even if she told you to, why would you do it? This 4-year-old back, come kick me in my stomach. You gonna do it?
Nah,
you ain't gonna do it. So yeah. We gotta fight now.
Yeah, I think you gotta whoop his ass after that.
Why would you do that to my
You gotta take the gun and clock it over his damn.
You ain't supposed to be up here. You supposed to be shooting from down.
Yeah, why you in the stands anyway?
Yeah, you ain't supposed to be in the stands. That's what you got the gun for.
Right. That shit funny. That shit had me weak as hell when I seen it. I said, damn, that man that shot this old ass lady with this cannon. He tripping. But let's get into it. We about to get into this Montgomery mass shooting. Now I'm gonna play this video. I keep telling y'all need to keep y'all head on the swivel. You just never know when things will pop off. You never know when you're gonna be in a gunfight, a gun battle. I think we got to go to have a conversation about gun control. Is there really such a thing? Is there too many guns in America? Like, we got to have these type of conversations. Do people need to pass some type of training before they get a gun? Because you can walk in the academy and just buy a gun with no training, no background checks, no nothing. You could just go buy a gun. Do you think there should be something like that?
Nah, you definitely should go through some training, like a driver's license.
Yeah,
I got to do a driver test, but I don't need a gun, and so know I can shoot
right,
or protect myself. But to your point, to add to that keeping your head on the swivel, because now I move a whole lot different than I used to, right? Like if I'm going out, I now rather go early
Yeah.
versus late. I'd rather go early and because it's gonna jump eventually, but I'm already in here. Then I can kind of peep what the vibe is, what type of crowd coming. I can kind of see who coming in. And if it get to 2, I'm like, all right, yeah, this it's time for me to go. I should be able to set the situation. I can go in there, give me drinks. I ain't gotta wait. I get my buzz on, kick it by with my chick, whatever I'm doing. And I can kind of gauge the crowd as they come in and as it get crowded and rowdy. We already know that's a melting pot for violence or anything, mostly violence. But in this case, like I said, you got the shooting, which we had something similar like that in Birmingham. And I'm like, 14 people shot, what, 4 days? Was it 4 days now?
I think 14 to 4, yeah.
Because I think it was like a few others in critical condition, like life-threatening injury. So they may or may not make
a few in critical condition in this situation too.
Yeah, critical condition. So it's more to it than, because you still can keep your head. Shit happens so fast.
Yeah.
Bullets rang out quick. You ain't got time to duck. You may be walking this way, the argument happening behind you. You don't hear it because you see what I'm saying? Because there's so many other, it's just a big crowd. You don't know if they having a good time or at each other's throat. So, like I said, getting there early, beat the crowd, get your drink in, see, okay, it's jumping. Okay, it's my crowd. I can vibe with this. Everybody in this bitch like about 35, 40, chilling, that type of thing versus coming late in the midst of the fray. Everybody been drinking. Your second spot, I got the section. People ego kicked up now. You see what I'm saying? So I think people need to also, change your moving habits. Like, don't late night, get there early.
All right, let's play this video real quick. See what they say.
At least 2 people have been killed and a dozen others hurt in a mass shooting in downtown Montgomery overnight during the Alabama State Fair. People ended up running for their lives. Police say they think one of the victims was targeted, but that things escalated when people nearby reacted by pulling out their own weapons. They're still investigating.
So next week, we're going to play what the police chief had to say. It's a long video. We probably ain't going to play the whole thing, but I just want to hear what the police chief had to say and go in more detail about the events that just happened.
I'm collecting my thoughts right now because of how angry I am. So I'll ask your forbearance as some of that might show through. Last night at 11:31, our officers responded to reports of shootings that they could hear over there at the corner of 5th and Commerce Streets. As a result of this incident, we now presently have 14 confirmed total victims of this shooting. Of those 14 confirmed victims, 2 are deceased. 2 are no longer with us. "17-year-old Jeremiah Morris is unfortunately no longer with us. 43-year-old Shalonda Williams is no longer with us, both deceased from this incident. And of course, as I stated, there was 14 total victims. These 2 were among them. So of course, my feelings of anger and my heart is out there for their families. 5 of the victims have now life-threatening injuries. That's where we are presently. 5 have life-threatening injuries. 7 have non-life-threatening injuries. Breakdown on this bothers me, and every victim bothers me. I take it very personally. But this is of note. 7 of the victims are under the age of 20. The youngest of these victims is 16 years old. We know there are multiple calibers of ammunition used in this incident. recovered multiple shell casings from multiple different weapons. We also recovered multiple weapons from the scene of this incident. We know that at least 2 of the victims, 2 of these 14 people, were armed in this incident. This started as a result of an individual, one of these 14, who we believe was targeted, in which basically an exchange of gunfire erupted. When that exchange erupted, multiple people in the crowd, this was a crowded area, pulled their own weapons and started discharging. Now, as you can imagine, that could be a very chaotic situation, and every weapon has to be accounted for, and every piece of evidence has to be processed. Now, one thing I want to make perfectly clear, we are bringing every resource to bear. I've been in communication with multiple federal agencies, from the ATF to the FBI to the U.S. Attorney's Office. I've been in communication with the U.S. Marshals. My officers have been in communication with the Alabama Fusion Center. I've been in communication with Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. I've been in communication with Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. And of course, we've been in communication with the Montgomery County DA's office as well. I'm making this clear because every one of these agencies stands with us and is working with us to pursue the individuals responsible. Now, one thing I want to make clear too.
So I'm gonna stop the video right there. It's like 4 more minutes of that video of him talking, but I'm gonna stop it right there. I think we got the gist of it. We gotta have and then this happened in Birmingham as well. We gotta have a conversation about parenting. From 16, he said everybody was under 20, and the youngs was 16, out there with guns, and one of the individuals was targeted. So I'm guessing 2 people started shooting and other people started shooting, which is a stupid thing to do. Like, you don't just pull your gun out just because the other motherfuckers shooting, unless all of y'all are together and there's like some beef between cliques, maybe some clique shit. But if you just out there random pedestrian walking, you just see somebody pull their gun out and you shooting just because they shoot, that's crazy. Once again, we need to talk about parenting, because for y'all to be out there 16 and 20, no parental supervision, because even when you look at the video of everybody running, everybody look young out there.
You know, they said they were supposed to put a curfew, implement a curfew, like we supposed to have a curfew. Man, look, the police, you got a bunch of different, you got the parents that's gonna let them go out, and you got the police that's really not going to enforce because it's too much work to corral hundreds, if not thousands, of kids that's bucking on you. You'd rather not just do it, just keep them in line for the order, and get through your night, get your overtime pay.
Well, I think you wouldn't have to try to corral like a bunch of kids at one time. All you gotta do is put a couple of them, find a couple of them that parents start paying, because I wouldn't have to like lock them up. We just, hey, we're gonna find you. Just like they do with speeding ticket. We ain't gonna put you in jail. We just gonna find who your mom is. We're gonna send this letter home, or we're gonna take you to the house. We're gonna find you. When the pockets start hurting, hey, you ain't gonna let them come out like that now.
And I think, like I said, when you look at this state fat, it's a melting pot, because I think the lady, she was 43.
What lady?
A lady died. I think he was saying the two victims that actually passed, I think one was 43 and 41.
Oh, he said 17 and another. He said all of the people that got shot was between under 20 and the youngs was 16.
Man, I thought he said somebody like 43.
No.
I thought he said a lady.
Oh,
I know I ain't hearing stuff said.
You can play that?
Man, we can go. We ain't got to play it back right now, but just sticking with the fair, because I done been, been if I done seen the videos.
Yeah.
It's nothing but young people.
Right.
So if this is targeted, I know you gonna be here.
Like a meetup spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all these people got guns. Why am I going to the fair? I'm going to a fair with a gun. I'm getting on roller coasters and all this type of stuff, playing games and all this. Why? It's kids out here.
But that's if you have the mindset that you're going to actually enjoy yourself, because a lot of people go to these places to meet up. It'll be, oh, you told Lily, I don't brush my teeth or wash my ass. Oh, meet me at the fair.
Well, yeah, but the other part, which he stated, because he said they recovered multiple rounds, is that the other people that got shot may have killed some other people or severely injured some people that didn't even have nothing to do with it,
Right.
like reactionary shooting.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? So they going out there for the YNs or whatever. I'm taking my gun. These young. That's the mindset.
Right.
I'm taking my gun. These YNs be acting a fool. And it actually happens the way you got to pull your guns because the YN's acting a fool, but yet you ain't even targeted. It's more like a self-defense or a protective. You ain't even a party. You just shooting.
Just shooting.
And you kill somebody possibly.
Right.
That's foolishness.
That's crazy.
Like, how you get there is my question.
That's why the conversation for gun control, and I've never been a big proponent of gun control, but I think you definitely need some type of, like you said, if you got to go and get a driver's license to be behind the wheel of a car, something deadly as a firearm,
it shouldn't be that ezy to get.
Right.
I ain't seen nobody come across those gold bars. There's a kilo a piece. Why I can't get those so easily? Right. Why I can't get the diamonds and the VV? Why is that so protected the way that none of that ever slips through the crack?
Right.
We got guns that actually take people's lives, and they're in abundance.
Yep.
You telling me all these guns just slipping through the cracks?
Yep. And the thing is, 16 to under 20, just with the need to feel like you need to have a gun at the fair. What kind of lifestyles are y'all living? What kind of environment do y'all parents have y'all in? This is one of the things I can't even wrap my mind around why parents are still sending their children. It's like Birmingham City Schools. It's been a failing school system for 30 years. And I know one of the reasons they try to act like one of the reasons they did take the phones is because of learning. And that's partially true. But I remember last year during school time, number of fights was coming down my Twitter feed. Lunchroom fights, gymnasium fights, hallway fights, just a slew of fights. That's all I kept seeing.
They got to get it on film.
They was gonna get it on film.
And
so when you starting to see that all of these children are out here with these cameras and fighting and stuff like that, and now they got places like going to the mall, or going to the fair, or going to the skating rink. These are just meetup points to be like fashion shows, to stunt. How niggas treat the club nowadays? They don't go to have a good time. They don't go to have dance. They go to stunt. They go to pour the bottles and the sparklers. And to be an event, the same thing these young kids doing. They going to the fair to have on your fresh J's, have on your fresh clothes, try to holler at the chicks and stuff like that. We was young at one point in time. We know how it was, So I don't think they necessarily are going out there to just enjoy the fair more or less to stunt. But at the same time, I don't think we had guns like that.
Nah, but like I said, I think I told that story. I got caught up when I was 19 in T-Town. And it was my homeboy daddy pistol, but he had access to it.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I trust you, but we 19, we ain't 16.
Yeah.
But okay, 3 years. But I'm still in the frame of going out to these parties and stuff like that. You still in that little realm. And shit can happen so fast.
Yeah.
Fight break out, I got the gun on me, police right here. I could be dead or in jail if I pull this gun and shoot. So I don't think you can get around this unless you're going to have the type of security that's going to not make it lucrative or fun for the consumer. There's going to be so many checks and balances that you got to go through. There's going to be so many. It's going to be so much rigmarole. It's not going to be worth doing it.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because like I said, I went to Alabama State's homecoming this weekend, and last year at State's homecoming, they had a shootout out there too.
Yeah, they did.
So this year they had, like you said, a lot of checks and balances, one way in, one way out. To be on campus, you actually had to purchase a ticket. They were locking gates at a certain time. So that actually toned down a lot of the foot traffic. A lot of the people are turning up and having fun and stuff like that. So it makes it to where people aren't going to want to come out there. And if they do, it's going to be an older crowd. So for like the younger kids that just want to be out there and be a part of it, it's going to kind of make it not be a thing after a while if you got to do this every year. But at the same time, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if I don't do it, somebody liable to die, and that might scare people away. And then if I do it and nothing happens, now we didn't taper down the crowd. Nobody want to come out here and have fun and turn up no more. So it's like we trying to make this, we trying to make safe entertainment, but at this point, it don't seem like there can be a thing, especially in our community. Like, you don't think like it could be a thing where it could be safe, fun. And like I said, niggas get into it. You can get to fight, but you ain't got to kill nobody. Your girl, somebody slapped your girl ass, you should be able to punch him in the face, beat his ass. You shouldn't have to kill nobody because of that.
It's just a separation of worlds. It's safe entertainment, but it's the type of entertainment we want to go where the nigga shit is, for lack of better words.
Oh, okay.
We want to be able to smoke the hookah, the blunts, the pull it up and twerking all that shit. Some of those I've been to a lot, and I haven't seen any violence. It was just good vibes. Mostly during the day. I kind of grow weary or step back from going out at night, nightclubs, because I done seen. I went, out to my folks' spot, and security get the bump with the patrons because of whatever miscommunication. But it's not a who fault. These are just things that are bound to happen because of the rate of interaction that's taking place.
Yeah,
the age dynamic. You talking anywhere from 20 to 40. Different personalities, different mindsets.
Right.
So it could be a thing. Like I said, I think it's just like I said, it's time, location, and it's the security, and it's how many people gonna be willing to? I gotta wait 10 minutes to go through the metal detectors. We got to do this. I got to do that. Check your bag. How many people gonna be willing to wait for that process?
I think what's gonna have to happen is that it's gonna have to be the new normal. And the reason I say that, everything's gonna have to be like that. Now, if it's just this one event, I just go to another event and nigger that one up. But if everything is, concerts, you got to go through this, tailgating, homecomings, state fairs. If this is just the process that you got to go to so we can have safe fun, I think everybody will be okay with it, because I can't go here and not have to go through the metal detectors. We got to go through the metal detectors everywhere. So I might as well pick which fun I want to have.
So, and I like hood shit a little bit. I still like it a little bit.
The little ratchet shit be fun.
I get a little bag. So I think, I know we using the N-word, but the nigga fun is a lot more appealing to a mass audience than the conservative.
You don't think a little danger, a little fun sometimes though?
Yeah, but that's my point. I think it come with a certain element. It's gonna be raw. The energy gonna be a little different. The women, the people gonna be way more lax than uptight. We got to go here.
Right.
We got a dress code. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's an appeal, and it's an aesthetic that people go for. But a lot of that is attached to the violence. The pistol toting. I got the stick in case you get. I got something if you wrong me.
But see, you got to also think about this too. When you having so much restrictions on people fun, it's kind of like when I'm out on the weekend, I kind of want to let my hair down. I don't want to have I got to be prim and proper to go into this establishment, dress codes, the music different. Like, I want to cut loose. So I want to be around what we call the nigga shit or the ratchet shit. I want to be, go to the hole in the walls, or go to where they playing all the new NBA Youngboy, or the trap music, or the drinks a little bit cheaper. They flow a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? The women inhibitions are a little low. I might be able to get laid easier in this establishment. Those are the things that I think people are going for when it comes to like the weekend type vibe. But me personally, older age, I kind of want to go somewhere. Hey, it's chill. Me and my lady can, have a good time. We get us a couple of drinks. I feel on. We go back to the crib, do what we do. I don't want to have to be out here running and dodging bullets and seeing my lady running in some hills or something, trying to dodge bullets. I don't want to see that. That ain't cool. Young me, hey, it's a little fun. We living on the edge, baby. It's what we do. Old me, I ain't finna do it.
I got a little bit. Give me a little bit. All right, we can go.
So what is your little bit? What's the farthest you go?
Like I said, certain events, like I love Birmingham nightlife. Like,
so NBA Youngboy coming, you going?
I ain't going to the concert, but we're gonna be in the area.
You're gonna be out there?
Yo, because it's the same night the Green Carpet Affair.
Oh, okay.
So then they pretty much 400 feet apart from the art museum to the Legacy Arena.
Yeah.
So that element is gonna be very different, because I ain't never seen that. Like, we ain't never seen this. Like, you talking to top YN, we talking the king of YNs coming to Birmingham, Alabama
So
classic week.
do we get some shooting out there?
I don't know, because
If you had to predict,
the thing about
knowing Birmingham,
not
and the
not out there, not there. Maybe other places it'll probably go down 3rd Avenue after parties, because you got the federal building is right across the street.
Yeah,
Jefferson County is right there.
yeah.
The police presence just for that classic week is gonna be revved up already. Throw NBA YoungBoy in the mix, they're gonna have all type of units out there. It ain't gonna be nothing down there. It's gonna be on after parties.
So do you think police presence kind of tone down a lot of the bullshit?
Yeah, motherfuckers know how to act. Now, you ain't gonna say it's gonna stop. It's gonna curve and push it on out to the, like I said, the after parties. Because who want to go to jail classic week?
Nobody.
Who want to go to jail? They gonna, cause your ass going to jail.
Not classic week.
Nah, you don't go to jail, and it's on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go to jail.
Yeah. So that's why I feel I ain't going to NBA YoungBoy. I might do a Future concert nowadays. I might, because our age range, the young niggas ain't really on that Future like that.
Yeah, they didn't got off him, but he still got a beat. But you know that NBA YoungBoy, I said that shit. Look, the video from the concerts.
Yeah,
man,
niggas out there in ski mask. I don't want to be nowhere with thousands of niggas in ski masks. If I got to be in a place where it's thousands of young niggas in ski masks, that is not the place for me. I'm about this bitch because I already know. Like, yeah, I know what type of time y'all on. I know what type of music this man play. Or make, and I know what type of energy come from that type of music. You know, when you want to ride and slide on something. So it just ain't for me.
Pass.
If y'all watching the video, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the New Normal Podcast. We're on all social media platforms. The next thing we're gonna talk about is something that kind of pissed me off really, really bad. What am I talking about? And why is my computer freezing up? Why is my computer freezing up? Well, I'm just gonna refresh. Hold on one moment. My computer messed up. Okay, there we go. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is this Kyron Lacey situation. The reason we're going to be talking about Kyron Lacey because this incident really, really pissed me off. To know that we got a star wide receiver being framed for something that he did not do, and ended up committing suicide because I'm assuming because of the pressure of thinking that you might have killed someone and the pressures of prison looming over your head, knowing that you did not commit the wreck or the death of somebody else will put a lot of pressure on you. I know a few people in my personal life that have committed suicide facing basically the same circumstances of potentially going to prison. One caught a drug charge and one attempted murder. So I know how, I don't know personally, but I've seen that when people have those type of things, those type of numbers getting thrown at you, knowing that you about to go to gladiator school, is kind of depressing, heartbreaking, especially in this situation when you know that you didn't do anything wrong, that hey, they're trying to put me in jail. How you feel about it?
Yeah, because it's similar to, like I said, but he was speeding like 150. What's it, my guy in Vegas? Oakland?
Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, Ruggs. And what he got? 6 years?
He got more than that.
8 years? Was it 8 years?
I think he out now though. Let me see. I can look it up.
Yeah, I think he got some type of deal. It was some suspended, and he was wild. But this one in particular is you can't even atone for it. Like, you got to sue. Now the parents and the relatives or whoever must sue the shit out of that department. I'm talking to where they really, the whole administration, because y'all just this nothing that just slips under the rug.
Right.
Y'all tried to cover this up. And this happened last year.
I think last year. We covered it when it
Yeah,
first
we
happened.
did. Yeah, so y'all was in on this. All y'all got to lose y'all job. Top brass all the way. Nah, you don't. This type of stuff, because this is a high profile individual already anyway.
Right.
And you got this police on audio trying to frame him,
What would
manipulating his statements.
What would be the point? Like that's what I'm trying.
That's
Why would you try to frame this particular young man, and then you could clear as day on video see that he ain't got nothing to do with it?
We know the answer.
Like, because he's black.
Come on, man. I gotta pin it
But
on somebody.
Hold on, but it was another car. The other two people was white. The other two cars.
Possibly, but why? Again, why would I'm gonna get him though?
Yeah.
Why again? It's preference.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's easy. It's gonna be believable.
Yeah.
Look at him.
And
He
make
was in
headlines.
he was in a Scat Pack, I think, or a Hellcat. One of them. You know, he in this type of car that's considered to be dangerous on the road because you see them burning out on police all the time. He can easily make that story believable. He tried to run me, you know, and wrecked out or whatever. But the fact that it wasn't true and he unalived himself is just, man. This man had the opportunity to take care of his family. He was about to get the generational wealth or whatever the case, to, you know, provide for his family, create new families, and that's been robbed of him and his family.
That's sad. Let's play this video real quick.
Despite Lacey's death in April, Ori hasn't stopped trying to exonerate him from allegations he caused a fatal crash in Thibodaux that took the life of 78-year-old Herman Hall.
Was a great man with a loving family.
State police charged the wide receiver with negligent homicide after they say his actions of illegally passing cars caused another car to fatally impact Hall's car as they swerved to avoid Lacey.
I've got everything. I've got every piece of evidence I have viewed. I've examined every piece of evidence.
Ori appeared on a segment on HTV with host Martin Foles to discuss what he found in the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's investigation as compared to the original state police investigation. The conclusion of the DA's report was that Lacey was not responsible for the wreck. Ori also shows surveillance video of the crash.
In the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodaux, coming from Vacherie. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyron Lacey come to a stop.
The video provides key insight that was previously withheld, according to Ori.
At the time of impact, he's 72.6 yards behind the vehicles at the time of impact. Keyword, behind the vehicles. That is not how this story was ever painted. Never.
But perhaps the most concerning of Ori's findings,
sir.
This interaction recorded on body cam of a state trooper getting a witness statement.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes, like, you know, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
But then you hear Gold Truck, the witness who's the Gold Truck, what he says. And he says verbatim.
I ain't skid mark or nothing. I wasn't even going for it. That lady in the back of me, she didn't know what was happening. That's how she caused that wreck. She was running in the back of me. She pulled on the other side. And I didn't.
I didn't skid marked or nothing because I wasn't even going that fast. That lady in the back of me, she didn't see what's happening. That's how she caused that wreck. She was going to run into the back of me, and she pulled into the other side.
Both Ori and the district attorney's office say the trooper coerced the witness into blaming Lacey, despite that not being his recollection of events.
Red-handed, yeah. You ain't got to go to jail. There's all type of shit need to happen.
What's going to happen to the police?
He gonna get paid administrative leave until they do, and he probably gonna get fired or relocated, some shit like that. Because this was in Texas, I think.
No jail time.
I ain't going to jail. Unfortunately,
this was sad to know that this young man, like I said, to suppress a video. Like, I get it. The black look. We can play the black card in this wreck, right? But to just simply do that it's just being black all you need.
like I said, you got elements of racism, there's tiers to it. You got a bunch of different elements in play with these police that we done seen time and time and time again. You ain't gonna tell me it's so many instances to where they story is always justified.
Well, let me ask you this.
Or, you know,
that's a black man. He was in the wreck. Why they didn't blame him? Why they didn't say, hey, you the one that caused that wreck? Is it because, like I said, we go back to the more salacious store, LSU wide receiver in a Charger, black young man about to make millions of dollars? Is that why this police said this? Or
could be.
And that's why that's my point. Why? Because we got the prize picks, we got all the sports betting, we got all of these things where if I didn't bet it on the game coming up, I don't know what time it is, but let's say I'm just hypothetically saying I'm betting on the game and he don't play. My bet win, other people might, you know what I'm saying? It could be so many layers to this shit. Like people might not think, oh, it get that deep, but it could get as deep as, hey, I ain't want him to play because I'm betting on the game. I'm betting against LSU all year since he don't play, you know? And that might sound far-fetched, but we done seen plenty betting and gambling shit be just as so small. You be like, that really made that much difference in that game? That really made y'all that much money? That really swayed the way people decided to gamble on this game, in this particular game, or how these people voted? I mean, betted the rest of this year? Because like I said, they could have blamed this old black man, but that one ain't got no headline. That one ain't got no story. That one ain't did anything.
And again, you got the police officer may have had a track record where he's underperforming, and I get to make a big play and make myself look like a good police officer and get back into grace with my sergeant or whoever is got me on a performance-based plan. It's just it's a bunch of things. Yeah, like these people, we already know they got quotas to meet.
Yeah,
like damn, you ain't wrote no ticket. You ain't wrote no tickets this month. They gonna correlate that, but you ain't doing your job because somebody out here breaking a law or a traffic infraction, which you're not gonna drive perfect every fucking time you get in the car. So that's how you know all this shit is rigged. Yep. And you see it with this case. He even gets to go and tell. How you even get to go tell somebody what to say? And you know your body cam on,
right?
And why is this not coming out? This and now I think we said last year. This happened this year. She said April.
Oh yeah, it might have been this year.
I thought it was last year. So this 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Man, ain't no fucking way. This been under wraps for no 6 fucking months.
You know how crazy you gotta be to just coerce a statement with your body cam on? And did they suppress the body cam too?
Yeah. Ain't no way you disposed of 6 months.
This some real shit. Insurance companies could have got all this shit off top. Quick. So I don't understand. Like I said, even this why are you suppressing this one particular young man's? We come up with conspiracy theories of why you doing it, but why this one particular man? I get it. He's LSU, Charger, black star, got it. But why him? Because if it's just the black card, you got the old black man. They're like, what's the thing? And then why you just can't say, oh, this lady just did it? Like, they could have been done over and done with, you know? So there's so many layers to this, so many things we just got to speculate. And that, like I said, to understand that this young man committed suicide, we don't know what type of pressure that is. And then you got to think about this aspect. I didn't work my whole life to be on this fucking football field, to know that it's going to be snatched away from me over something that I did not do. Just think about you work your whole life to do something and they just say, oh, you committed a crime and you ain't committed a crime. And he's like, I had my mind on the NFL. I had, like you said, generational wealth. I was going to set my family up. We was going to be, I know, lady said, I already spent the money before I got the money.
We done seen how many wrongful conviction stories and payouts and lawsuits. And we see it's very common.
Yeah.
So it's like, why have to pay millions after you see what I'm saying? Because it's so many questions I have with it. Because like, all right, we got this money. Everybody talk about this money as a thing, but why wrongfully convict somebody? He beat it. Now you got to pay him millions.
Right.
What?
Right.
Is the money real? Like, do it matter? We got a black motherfucker off the street because there's a lot of reasons as to why mass incarceration was for black men was, hey, you ain't finna have no babies. A lot of men, a lot of black boys go in prison virgins.
Virgins. That's crazy when you hear that.
And they lock them down. You ain't finna have no kids. So it's a bunch of that. It's a bunch of that involved in the prison system and just how they do.
Then I gotta ask the question. I had to ask the question, what was his family? Did he show suicidal tendencies?
I think he got it. I want to say, I don't know. I thought it was a report where he got into it with his dad due to the whole situation ongoing. And I think it was a heated argument. And I think that may have fueled something, but that's again, this hearsay. I think it's allegedly, but
yeah. And so that's what the question I got to ask. Did he display suicidal tendencies? Was he giving cryptic messages? Because like I said, one of the guys that happened to, he was on Facebook leaving messages and, you know, saying he didn't want to be here anymore. Like I said, leaving these cryptic messages basically that he was going to commit suicide. So I'm trying to figure out, was the family there for him? Was the family supporting him? Was the family giving him, you know, what he needed in that time of need? Was he even talking to anybody? Because I can only imagine, let's say he 18, 19, 20 years old, my son going through something like that. I got to be there for him. I got to, you know, and I don't know how you really, and honestly, I don't know how you be there with somebody that still got to go do the stand up by themselves, you know.
It's a sad situation.
Let's see what TD had to say.
T Dizzle.
We have to normalize two things in our community. Number one is mental health awareness and help for those who need it. Number two is we have to stop thinking going to jail is the end all be all. It's a process after you bond out. He would have won this case and been in the league had he not been scared of the process. So let me say this. I can agree, but I've been watching First 48 a lot lately. I've been watching First 48 a lot lately. And one thing you would think and niggas would know by now is how the process of being arrested works. You would think they would, first thing they would say, I need a lawyer going in jail. They don't. They go in there, snitch. They ask for the cigarette,
or Italian beef.
They ask for their burger. Pimp say, you got this new pot. You got a pot on you. They ask for something. So when we have these conversations, it just even remind me of Central Park 5. Like a lot of people like to talk about the Central Park 5, but they even on video, mothers are in the interrogation room. Tell them what you did. And these are innocent boys, but you just making up something because your mama screaming at you in the interrogation room, telling you to tell them what you did, so you confess to something that you did not do. And why I bring that up is the process. A lot of these people don't have the people around them to even coach them through the process.
You got a lot of people, and depending on where you at, that you can't trust the process. Like I know that's a cliche saying. In certain contexts, you do trust the process, but you got people like Khalif Browder. If you're not familiar with Khalif Browder, he was a 16-year-old boy arrested in New York over a white man saying he stole his laptop. No evidence. I don't even know they found the laptop on him. Sent him to Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Or not Alcatraz. What's the other one?
New York. Rikers
Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. And man, the stuff they say he had to do, he ended up killing himself.
Yep.
He didn't get the due process. He ain't had a resource or the support. You see what I'm saying? So it's easy to say that, but you talking a 19, 20-year-old athlete. It's almost any person on that level as far as profile needs to be on suicide watch. You talking a person building a world of abundance, and it's teetering, losing all this.
Right.
He can't be rational. It's gonna be hard for him to be rational and patient and trusting when he done seen this system fail the same people that look just like him.
Right. And like I say, it just we talk about the process. The idea of the process is scary. It's in itself, because you could say that, and even if you did have someone to talk you through it, you still got to go through it by yourself. Nobody know what you're dealing with.
At 19, what, 20?
You're looking at the news headlines, getting weird stares when you walk through Walmart or the mall, not being able to play on your team, your family coming over. Did he do it? Did he not do it? Like, these are things that you have to, you still got to go through. Even if someone's talking you through it, you're the ones with the eyeballs on you at all times. at all times, you're the one to blame. You took this old man life. They're trying to put him all on TV. This revered man, and he's gonna be missed to the community. And you just took such a beautiful soul from us. He ain't had nothing to do with it. Now and this is another thing I got an issue I got with the criminal justice system. I don't like the idea that you can win or lose a trial before the trial even starts. I don't like that you can get on here and tell me how good this victim was, what he did, the pillar of the community, how many kids he had, what church he went to, how many babies he saved, and how many cats he rescued from the fucking tree. I don't like that you can win a case before the trial even fucking starts. I don't like that you can villainize a person before the trial even starts as well too. I don't like that you can bring up my criminal history that I did. I don't like that you can write that I got suspended 62 times from high school for fighting. I don't like that you could just run down every little thing that because I stole a candy bar when I was 5 years old and shit. Like, I don't like that you can win and lose a case before the trial even start in the court of public opinion, and then y'all try to talk about y'all don't want to have a biased jury, but for months and months and months before jury selection has even started, y'all didn't put all of this shit out there in the media. Now I already made up my mind of you guilty or not before I even get in the jury box. It's not even fair. So for y'all to even be able to do the shit that y'all are doing, OJ trial, Diddy trial, all of these trials that we can go back and really just look at what the media was putting out, even these fallacies, they could put out fake shit about you and nobody hold their feet to the fire if it's real or if it's fake.
Facts.
This is crazy and it's scary. So even talking about trust in the process, I can 100% be innocent, just like we seen on this video. And they try to act like I'm just this deranged kid, wild kid that's propped up because I'm a LSU wide receiver star driving this $70,000 to $80,000 car, and I don't believe in the law, and I'm just running rampant around here. No, and I don't feel like there's checks and balances and shit like that. I just do what the fuck I want to do. No, like I just really hate that. The idea of the court of public opinion fucks with me really, really bad because I understand, like, I could be in that situation. You could be in that situation, and we just never know what the fuck they just gonna run the list down on.
Especially in who's the accused women is believe all women. You have no evidence, but yet I'm guilty. I'm stripped. I'm losing endorsements. I'm losing financial opportunities. I'm blacklisted from a lot of spaces, all because of allegation that has not been proven to be factual.
Right.
So I agree with you 100%.
Another thing when it comes to the criminal justice system, I don't like you can say, hey, if you don't take this, we're gonna give you life. But if you plead out, you get 5 years.
Yeah, because they want the conviction rate, the percentage.
What the fuck? Like, do you get life, but if you agree to this, we're gonna give you 8 years. You can get life, if you agree to this, you get 10 years. Like, if I'm looking at this and they say, oh, you had a good chance of blowing trial, and then you go in there, you in jail, or you at home sitting on the couch, and you turn on TV, and they got your face plastered again, saying how bad and evil you look. That started playing your mind too. So now you might be like, oh, fuck it, I'm gonna take this trial because I don't want to blow trial. I don't want to go sit down the rest of my life. I can go do 8 years.
But you got people's job that's predicated on how many people they send to prison.
Fucked up.
You know how crazy. What? So I'm only as good as the amount of people I send as a prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm 96, 97, I'm in the top. 98. That nigga he's sending everybody to jail. So if I lose because they are actually innocent, that makes me look bad, even though they don't even got no business going to jail.
Right.
It make me look bad.
Or even think about this. Prisons have to have a certain amount of occupancy.
That's facts. They get a lot of funding. A lot of money is filtered through the prison system. You got private prisons to where if we had enough capital and relationships, we can go and build a private prison and get free labor out that motherfucker.
Yep. And that's crazy. Like I was reading, they had the new Alabama prison said they got to have, I think, a 92% occupancy.
That's crazy.
92% occupancy because they want to get funding. Like they get paid per prisoner in the prison. Like the game's so fucked up when you start just looking at all the intricacies and how everything is intertwined to just keep people down and fucked up. Like the thing that I posted on Instagram today about the white dude screaming like, damn, I got to pay everybody. It's 10 people asking me for $200 at one time. Light bill, water bill, utilities, insurance, car note. It's 10 motherfuckers right now asking me for $200. Do you know how crazy that is?
That's crazy, boy.
When you just think about that shit. So it's like the system's so fucked up, and they keep tricking Americans that this is the best country in the world, home of the free, land of bro. We pay for fucking water,
right, and electricity.
Crazy, like the shit we just go along with the shit. We don't say nothing about the shit. We don't push back about none of this. We don't rebel about it. We still talking about racism, which is a thing, but at the same time, it's got to be a point where, hey, we got to be some people shit right now. Me and you can get the fight later on or whatever, woo to woo. But right now, just for my life to be better and your life to be better at the same time, we need to come together because it's somebody bigger and more powerful than both of us with their boot on our neck. And I think that's part of the reason why they keep us at odds with each other. So we won't just sit down and just have a round table being, hey, we paying for water, dog. They said in some states it's illegal to collect rainwater. You know how crazy that is?
That's crazy, bro.
Some shit that falls from the sky.
That's why I say, like, we go by these laws. They're right. They in some states, it's illegal to talk to dolphins. You know I can't make sure to Google it.
Hold on, let me Google
It's
this.
illegal to try to communicate with dolphins because they're very intelligent. It is illegal to try to communicate with dolphins, even to put it up. And that's what makes me look at it like you telling me you could just write some shit down and be like, man, they wrote that shit down. You gotta, hey, you can't do it. He wrote it down. What?
This shit do say that. It say, yes, it can be illegal to talk to wild dolphins in the U.S. as a Marine Mammal Protect Act, MMPA, makes it illegal to harass or harm marine mammals, which includes behaviors like attempting to closely approach, feed, or interact with them. An interaction where a dolphin responds to human vocalization can be considered harassment and disrupt their natural behavior, leading to potential fines or even jail time under the MMPA. Do you know how crazy that is?
What made you sit down in the office and say, hey, these motherfuckers, don't let these motherfuckers talk to no dolphins. Hey, these motherfuckers.
Well, they gonna conquer the world one day. They're gonna jump out the
like,
wall.
That shows you the level of how diabolical these motherfuckers get. I'm gonna write this down, and if I catch you, I'm gonna send you to jail for trying to talk to this dolphin. But I can go buy a goldfish. I go buy a motherfucking trout.
Right.
I gonna get a little minnow.
Because you can still go hunt a deer, but you can't shoot a dog.
This tells you how crazy we have allowed society to get. We just go along with it because we want to just have our decadent lifestyle, indulge in our vices, and
that's crazy.
It's crazy, man.
It is crazy when you just think about it. Like I said, I'll be watching hunting videos a lot. A nigga went out there killed a bison, but if you going, Michael Vick want to fight some dogs. Now he got to go to prison 2 years, lose hundreds of millions of dollars because I want to fight some dog. But you can go out here and shoot the dog. And then some places like China, they have Chihuahua meat markets, like a literal Chihuahua
the
meat
dog
market.
hanging upside down like a bat.
Right.
Motherfucking rotation.
In the window. Like it just depends on when you decide it's a delicacy or when you decide it's a pet. That's some wild shit. Or like that wild, crazy shit they had in New York with that damn squirrel. So they had in New York, they tried to put the man and the wife in jail because they had a pet squirrel, and they went in there and took the squirrel from them. But they was going viral showing the pet squirrel and shit. Like they was all on the news and shit. Like I think it was last year.
That's crazy.
It's wild shit. But yeah, like I said, if y'all watching, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Give us y'all thoughts. Like I said, it's crazy out here. The criminal justice system, it ain't even about justice. It's about numbers. It's about bed and bunks. It's about numbers on your back of your shirt. It's about how many license plates you can press out there, motherfucker. That's really what it's about. And then y'all have these young men to old men and women going in and out of prison, but y'all will say mental health issue, but y'all don't provide mental health issues to a lot of these people that actually deal with PTSD being inside of these institutions. Because a lot of these guys, like especially lifelong people that have been there 40 years, they institutionalized, so they don't even know how the world works. I even seen a white man I was watching Locked Up. He went in prison at 16 and he was like 60 about to get out of prison. And they was interviewing him and they was asking him, they said, are you excited? They said, are you excited to go home? I think he was going to get ready to go home in like 2 days. He was sitting on the end of the bunk. He was nervous on the end of the bunk. And he was saying, well, I'm scared. He was asking, well, why are you scared? He was like, well, I'm scared because I know how to get everything in here. I don't know what it's like in the real world. I've never really been out there. I ain't never had to house myself. I ain't never had to clothe myself. I ain't never had to feed myself. So this shit right now, it's crazy to me to think that I'm finna be on my own with no supervision. Basically, he's been a kid. So going in prison at 16, doing 40 years.
I seen the dude get burned out and was pissed that he was bonded out.
Oh, I seen that. Talking about, they're doing the prank shit.
He was like, why you bum me out? Well, I said, man, it's crazy how the mindset, when you become institutionalized or the development is a certain way, you're not.
I don't know why I keep doing this. So the next thing we finna look at. This is the next thing we about to look at. Mother kills 4 children. If y'all watch it, y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. But we're talking about mother who killed her 4 children. We really do have to address, and we might need to talk about this when it comes to the child support shit. But I was listening to a man. He's always talking about the child support court, and he was like, one of the reasons they give the children or award the children to the mother most of the time is because they give it to the person who is more likely or least likely to pay child support, and that's typically the woman. Because they know that the father's going to make more money, more prone to work, whereas the woman to go and get the child and still be on government assistance and need housing and need food and shit like that. So the government is more likely to award the child to the mother because the man is more likely to work and bring in the income, right? Which is fucked up when you think about it, because when do we actually care about the children or the health or the well-being of children? It's getting to the point now when I get on social media, all these women that I'm seeing killing their children, and then you get the backstory. The father tried to fight for the church. Like the story that always resonates in my mind is the one about the dad was fighting for his child, had been in the child support court many times and trying to get full custody. You get a call that your twin's been put in the oven. What?
That's that type of cracking under pressure I don't get.
You put your kids in the oven. We got actual names for women like freezer mom.
Put her babies in the freezer.
In the freezer.
What go through your head to do that type of shit to your kids, man?
Bro, I don't see. And then we can't act like the government don't feed this type of mental illness when you say, oh, you can abort your kids and act like abortion. Oh, well, it's a fetus. It's not a baby. Like you try to have all of these things and play semantics with the words to try to take out the familial feeling of having something growing inside of you. It's a fetus. Man, I can't really put anything past a person who would take a life. I don't give a fuck if it's in you or outside of you, especially something as innocent as a child. Innocent as a child, like I said, you try to take these familial feelings out of it when you try to be like, oh, it's a fetus, it's not a baby, and whoop the whoop. Because when you say baby, it makes you have it invokes certain feelings in you. But I say fetus, clump of cells, it ain't no stem cell, it ain't got a brain, it's not viable outside of the womb. Like, if you got to make up all of these nuances and caveats to try to justify killing your child, you shouldn't be doing it.
Oh, you doing some bullshit.
You know you're doing some bullshit. If you got to do especially when they talk about abortion, they always use a 0.5% argument, rape and incest, to hold up 99.9% of your argument. That is crazy. You would not build a house on fucking sand, and that's what y'all try to do when you talk about abortion. So when we talk about mothers and mental illness and feeding into mental illness, we have this big push for it, but we still allowing gay shit, we still allowing abortions, we still allowing drug use, we still allowing people to go to war, come back with no help, like the guy that shot up the church last week. PTSD, veteran in the war. Like, these are things that we're starting to see. Well, we've been seeing, but we got to be called out. And this is why the conversation that we have is more pertinent than making y'all laugh. Or it still want to entertain y'all, but it's a lot of bullshit going on. Y'all got to be woken up. And I ain't want to use the term woke, but basically that's what's got to happen.
Bring me along.
Yeah, it got to be. So we're going to play this video real quick of the mother killing her 4 children.
A 31-year-old mother is charged for allegedly shooting her 4 children and killing 2 of them Saturday morning. Here's what we know so far. 31-year-old Oninda Romulus, who lived in Montgomery County, is facing 4 charges in the shooting of her children here in Brazoria County. Her bond sits at $14 million. A 13-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl have died after being airlifted to Houston Hospital. But an 8-year-old and a 9-year-old are in stable condition and are being interviewed by investigators. Brazoria County sheriffs say this investigation is still active, but they can confirm the children were shot in the vehicle in which they were found. Brazoria County sheriffs say that the mother does live in Montgomery County, and they are investigating why she was here in Brazoria. Take a listen to what investigators had to say today.
We believe that the evidence shows that this tragedy has occurred inside of the vehicle, and that Romulus, the mother of the children, is a shooter. At 4:48 a.m. yesterday, Romulus called the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office. When deputies arrived, they immediately began providing life-saving measures to each children until medical help could arrive. The 2 surviving children were life-flighted into a Houston area hospital where they remain in stable condition. Romulus was later arrested and charged with 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, with a total bond set at $14 million.
Now, again, this investigation is still ongoing, but the sheriff also described this tragedy as just unthinkable and unimaginable. Reporting live from the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office, Leslie Dellis for Fox 26 News.
Do you know how crazy it is that we so wrapped up in money that you still get this bitch a $14 million bond? Ain't no bond, bitch. Your ass ain't going home.
What 14? Yeah, I don't be getting that. Like, well, your bond 10 million. Okay. If I got the money, what I still did this egregious crime.
That's what I'm saying.
So what does this bond? Why does this amount suffice to let me out versus this lower amount? What's the difference?
Well, they try to make it that high because they know she ain't gonna have the money. That's one. Yeah. But they try to make it seem as if just somehow she get the money, we still get paid. But like I said, if you look at all of this that's going on, she should not be getting the bond to get out. No. She literally killed her 4 children. They end up dying. The other 2 end up dying.
And there was another one I think I just seen with a video. Hold on. This the one she shot him, right?
She shot him in the back of the car.
Okay. I'm talking about the one that drowned him. You saw that?
I ain't see that one.
This just surfaced last week. I think she drowned 3 kids.
Oh, the black lady?
The black lady.
Yeah,
with
I
on the video.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And asking a woman to give up her kids for adoption is a crazy ass anyway, because she's hopeless.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't have the wherewithal to go through that process of forfeiting her children to whoever, more so the state,
mm-hmm.
and then having people come in trying to adopt. You know, it's almost like shopping.
Mm-hmm.
The adoption process. You know, it's me adopting a 9-year-old. Like, I got to go in to see if they cool, and then say I don't want them. So this kid going in interviews with families and not getting picked, almost like a trial.
Torture, basically torturing the child.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's that whole process in itself is insane. But when you look at these women that just kill their kids and so violently and so savagely, like, who did this 4 times? Where's the fathers or a father? Because you got pregnant 4 times in this case. is this just one dad? Is it multiple? And you tell me if it's multiple. None of them picked up any signs that you would do this.
So I'm gonna say this. Now I always say this. These bitches is crazy. These hoes is crazy. They loony as fuck. I know we got all this postpartum shit going on now. Like my mama said, that's that young girl shit, right? She always say this, but I'm gonna say this. You took signs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I took signs as well. And humans are mammals. For women to go through the mating process like they do nowadays, further lets me know that they have some type of mental retardation. For you to go through that process and do it 4 times with multiple different men to show like a timestamp that first I'm a whore, then I got different baby daddies, and then to do that with that many type of dudes and none of them take care of their children lets me know all I need to know about where you are mentally as a woman and what type of offspring you're going to be making, because they also say that most people date within their IQ range. So if you were a retarded bitch, your children gonna be that, and the nigga you got pregnant by gonna be that, right?
And that, not to cut you off, there's this misnomer: all children are not blessings.
Hell no.
I'm gonna say that all children are not blessings. We just seen a mass shooting. We seen one in Birmingham. We seen this all over the country. This violence. You see what I'm saying? Crazy stuff going on. So these were one babies at one point who was, he's so cute, goo goo.
Right.
17 years later, shot a 4-year-old baby.
Right.
A 6-year-old, or 8-year-old baby sleeping in her bed. You see what I'm saying? So how was he a blessing 17 years ago, but not today?
Right.
He's a criminal now, but he was a blessing 17 years ago.
I'm gonna say this, like I told you, I've been back watching First 48, been binge watching it. You know what I never see on now? The daddies.
Almost never.
I watched one episode and the daddy was on there. He was on this one. And the reason he was on that one, his son literally got killed. He was a star athlete. He got killed by mistaken identity. So he wasn't part of no gang shit. Like if you hear the father talk, you also okay. You can tell this is an educated dude. You can tell he put a lot of time into his children. His son is probably gonna be a professional athlete. It's crazy when I watch these videos and see these young men, and I know never the father when the sons get killed or the daughters get killed, they come up, they interview the mother talk crazy, she look crazy. Like bitch, you know these folks in here with the camera. Why you get on the camera looking like this? This is what you know the camera in here talking about your dead son, and they ask you, how do you? Yeah, he was so crazy. He was a ladies' man. They just talk crazy. Like they don't even reverence their children in the light that makes you think, oh yeah, there was a respectable young man that just got caught up in something. He's like, when you hear the mama talk, you be like, oh yeah, she raised a stupid motherfucker.
I'm gonna add on to what I just said. Just like I said, all children are not blessings. Yeah. All victims are not innocent.
I agree with that too.
All victims ain't innocent.
I agree with that too.
It's a map to how little Juju got shot up with Pooh Man them with 2 bowls of perp in the back. Yeah.
Let me guess.
With a hot pistol.
Wrong place, wrong time. That's what they're gonna say. Wrong play. Yeah. He was so loving and he had the biggest heart. He give you the shirt off his back. They all say the same shit. They all sons get killed by the same shit. Drug deal gone wrong. Trying to sell a pistol gone wrong. Fucking a nigga bitch talking shit on the on Facebook gone wrong. It ain't never just no innocent. Like I said, I seen that one. I seen 2 cases on first where it's innocent. One I just watched today where a dude just randomly walking his dog in a dog park. His old 70-year-old man was an Army veteran, shot him in the back. Don't know each other. Season 22, I don't know the episode. Season 22, that's what I'm on. Just randomly walk this dude on a dog park, black dude, and this old 70-year-old man just walks and shoot him in the back.
Crazy, man.
They don't know each other. They had one run in before, but even that run in, he didn't know him from then. He's like, what the fuck going on? Like, why is you doing this? And somebody said, oh, this is an old man that walked the block. They knew it when they put out the thing on the TV. People said, oh yeah, he walked the block with a stick with the whoop. That's gonna be Stanley. That dude named Stanley. Because I was just like, why would a 70-year-old man, no priors, no nothing, just go and just shoot this dude that just out here at the dog park walking his 2 dogs? We just, like I said, we just at a time now, and we gotta have this conversation. Y'all gotta stop giving these children to these mothers. And the reason you gotta stop, because I'm so tired of hearing about fucking postpartum. Guess who don't have postpartum?
Asians.
The daddy. That nigga say Asians.
I ain't never seen.
I ain't never seen that either. But they culture different, because I see that little Asian chick, she be on the podcast now. She said, I would have never came to America if I would have known y'all can't whoop y'all kids no more. Yeah. She really say the Asian, they whoop us with anything. So we live in a different time. But when we talk about postpartum, I'm so tired of hearing about fucking postpartum. I know one person that ain't having fucking postpartum, and that's the daddy. We ain't worried about him putting the baby in the freezer like a freezer mom. We ain't worried about him killing his 4 fucking kids. We ain't worried about none of this shit. Guess who ain't having postpartum? If you that off kilter, bitch, your mind off, you got to go take some medicine. You need a little break from the little motherfucker. He get on your nerves, the crime makes you want to strangle it and put it in the bathtub or kick the bitch across the street. You don't need the damn child. If men don't have postpartum, and like they said, the man that told y'all, the reason they award women the children most of the time, because men are more likely to pay child support and women are not. That is fact.
It's all money.
It's all money.
Everything. Follow the money. You're going to get there.
The hashtag say FTK. That's how they really feel. It's all about the money. Fuck them kids. It's all about the money. Fuck your life. Fuck your health. It's all about the dollar. We don't give a fuck about gun control. We don't give a fuck about your health. We don't give a fuck about you 10 motherfuckers asking you for $200. We don't care about none of that. Your life is in our hands, our control, nigga. You got a number on your back. You think prisons got a number on their back? No, they give that motherfucking social security number. You got a number on your back too. So just understand, we just cogs in the wheel when it comes to America. This is not the best country in the world. I'm pretty sure there's better places where they ain't got taxes. Like my home, but talk about Thailand all the time. So we got to understand, it's time for us to wake up. Huh?
Phuket.
That's what he talk about. Phuket too.
Yeah, Phuket.
And so we got to wake up, and we just got to realize, hey man, it's some bullshit going on in America. They tell us we gonna get the Epstein file, motherfucker. They ain't released that yet. What?
I ain't get no damn Epstein files.
What? You mean to tell me y'all don't hype this dude up, this notorious dude that supposedly killed himself? They got all these ties and overseas, and now we not gonna get that? You mean to say we don't get the American people don't get to know what's going on foreignly?
You know what you need to know and what you told to know. That's it.
Right. They just don't want us to know that, hey, y'all full of shit. Y'all are full of shit, and we see it every day, and it gotta be called out. And even talking like this is dangerous. We see motherfucking Charlie Kirk get sniped in the neck. So when we have conversations just speaking against the government and stuff like that, it's like, damn, like, what was Charlie Kirk really on or something?
Yep.
We see all the Israel. They said that he was on a phone call with the Israelis with Jewish back donors. So they told him they're gonna give him $100 million.
150.
It was 150?
150.
To push that narrative.
They paying influencers, they say up to $7,000, I want to say. I know Officer Tatum paid. I said, why is this man so pro Israel?
Oh, he pro Israel like that?
Man, he did a debate with Myron. Man, I said, what?
Oh yeah.
I said, what he said? I said, yeah, he paid. Yeah, he got a check.
Yeah, I just listened to Marjorie Taylor Greene talk about the lobbyists when you're trying to run for Congress and shit. Talking about AIPAC, they give you money, and they said when they give you money, they'll take you on a trip to Israel. So Tucker Carlson asked her, hey, what did they take you? She said, nah, they ain't take me. You see her talking about Israel.
That's crazy, though.
They are really committing genocide. They really committing
censorship is on the way. Like you ain't debated that freedom of speech shit. That shit at the tail end. This is finna be a new resurfacing. They've been doing this.
Yeah,
like they already, because it's the baby mama and the welfare system. That's finna be done. We're finna get into a whole new realm of operating. That's why you got these stats and projections that women between 22 and 45 gonna be single and childless.
Yeah,
we got enough bodies and people in play to run what we need to run. That's what that is.
Yeah, like I said, it's just been crazy. Keep your head on the swivel.
Be
Make sure y'all
informed.
be informed. Make sure you are paying attention. Make sure y'all read. Make sure you just look at people. I always say this: when you just walk through the grocery stores, supermarkets, box stores, just pay attention and look at people's faces. People look drained. They look defeated. They don't look happy. They look like they in robot mode. And that's why you see a lot of these videos of people just actually crashing out, fighting each other, don't even know each other. Somebody bumped you with a basket. The bitch wasn't paying attention. She on robot mode. She didn't see you stop in front of her. She didn't even run over the back of your fucking ankles. Even though I know that shit hurt because I be want to kick my little son ass when he run over my foot with the damn
That bitch
basket.
taking skin off the back of your head. You ain't got no socks on.
All right, give me this motherfucking basket. I understand. But the bitch, she didn't see the shit. She didn't see you stop in front of her. She in robot mode. She just trying to get her shit, go home to her unhappy life, fix the food for the kids, and maybe let her husband pat on that cat a little bit so he could be happy and do the shit over again tomorrow. That's what the fuck going on.
Hamster wheel.
It was just like I said, cogs in the wheel, hamster wheel. We just doing the same shit over and over and over. And some people are only living for the weekend and really not even living for the whole weekend, living for a few hours where they can get drunk, go party, let loose, listen to the most wild and outrageous shit, and be who they really are, and not who they have to pretend to be when they're working in the suit and the tie and talk with their motherfucking white voice, especially black people. They be code switching. I call a nigga, you'll be on the phone, listen to somebody at the call center, and she said her name. My name is Lashinka Shay, but she talking like she white. Bitch, with that name, I know you don't talk like that.
This is Keisha Jones. How can I help you?
What the fuck? But you know you don't talk like that, but you got to put on your white voice because you're at the call center. Your name Lashinka Shay Brown. What?
I don't miss that.
What? Bitch, you know you don't talk like that.
No.
Come on now, but these is how we living nowadays. Y'all just need to make sure y'all taking care of y'all health, make sure y'all working out, making sure y'all eat correctly, and just stop and breathe. Take some deep breaths. 10 deep breaths. Y'all look, it changes your life. 10 deep breaths. Make sure you take them in and breathe out slow. It might sound so simplistic, but it works. I heard a scientist, Emily. I heard a saying, and it was on Spartacus, I think. He said, you have an oversimplistic view that you think more is better.
More is not better.
And I like,
this is more.
Yeah, I said, and the reason he said that was because he was like, the Roman army is so big. He said, yeah, but we fucking gladiators. Nigga, each one of us gonna take out 20 to 50 men by ourselves. These not real fighters. That's a motherfucking carpenter they didn't put in here. That's a blacksmith. This is what we train to do all day, every day. Same thing with 300. You think about 300.
My favorite movies right there. That shit was fire.
Yeah, 300. Hey, they did shit fire. When you think about 300 men, even though when you look at the real story, it's more than 300, but 300 men taking on this army, elephants, all types of shit, but they're not trained. This is what we born to now is what we've been trained for. Same thing when you think about these niggas that go to the NFL, basketball, NBA, golf. These people from time they able to walk have basketball, football, hockey, sticks, golf club. These are tennis rackets. This is what people do all their life. They grow up and know what they're gonna do. So, like I said, people have an oversimplistic view that more is better, which is not true. You got anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
Like I said, it's homecoming season. Classic on the way. Just be safe. Like I said, keep your head on the swivel. Move a little smarter with this climate. Like I said, you just don't know what the fuck going on. You got a lot of moving parts. You just got to be aware of where you're at.
I agree. Keep your head on the swivel. That's all I gotta say. It's the New Normal Podcast, and we're going peace.